Okay, so I got the brakes are all done. I took the header off because I wanted to put the steering box in because I knew it was going to be a nightmare. I don't know if you can see what that's going to be, but it's not going to fit too well around the headers. Well, the header. So just kind of placing it in there, and it's, I mean, I don't know, half an inch or an inch away type thing. So it's going to need a little bit of careful bashing. Unfortunately, it's the same pipe that's already kind of really beat as it is, but hopefully I can kind of flatten that out a little bit, see what I can do, and if I really hate it, I can always add something on top if I really want, because I got lots of room up there. So I'm going to mark it, the Sharpie, take it over the bench, and smack it with the hammer. Alright guys, so I can just kind of show you, this thing's still a little hot, but I ended up smashing it in there in this pipe right there. So it's hard to do one-handed, but I'm getting there. So it's got to go ahead just a little bit, so it's hitting actually just on this edge of the power steering, or the steering box. So I'm going to take this off and just see if this is important, or if I can kind of just grind this little section down a little bit. Because if I can grind just a half inch or quarter inch of that, should make life a lot easier. So I'm going to pull this box off, take this cover apart, see what I can get to, and see if I can just grind it down a little bit. I got the box off and on the bench. So it kind of seems like this is like the little lid here. This is the actual housing. So this overhang does nothing by the looks of it. So I'm going to see if I can hit that with the flap wheel. Round it off a little bit, maybe just get a, you know, 1/8 of an inch or something like that back. Make my life 1,000 times easier. So I'm going to hit that real quick and test it back in the car. There we go, smoothed out. So I'll go bolt this back on and see how it's going to fit. Okay, here we go. So that was a bunch of screwing around. I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not, but it's tight in there. It's pretty flattened out right there. I managed to kind of put more of a bump in the other side, so it should be okay. Again, this tube's just hammered flat in a few spots, unfortunately, but it's what you're going to do, I guess. So yeah, that's that. Everything else seems like it should clear. These headers, seems like the saga is pretty much over. So the next thing I want to do now, I'm going to try and put these steering, and I just have the old tie rods and center link and all that. So string that across real quick, just attach it to the steering box, just real loose, and then crank the wheel side to side and see what happens. Well, I thought I was going to be home free, but that is not the case. So I'll just show you here. I don't know if it's going to show up or not, but we're touching the oil pan completely. It's fine if it's straight, and it actually turns right, not bad, but left it just jams into the oil pan. So unfortunately, I guess I'll have to do something with that, modify the oil pan or something. But I mean, the motor is where it is, so this is sure turning out to be a lot of work to keep the firewall stock. It may have just been easier to chop some of that out, set the motor back that 1 inch, and save myself a bunch of trouble, but I'm pretty much committed at this point. So this is what I'm doing.